Everyone, I am Monica from IELTS 9. So here I am going to do this reading. This reading name is Multitasking Debate. Can you do at the same time as homemakers must be knowing about this talent, multitasking, doing so many work at the same time. So of course this is the title and we are going to discuss. There is a debate from many authors about this. So as we have understood the meaning of this task, this title you can say, and it has three types of question. No need to read this, and I am going to explain you how to find the location of the question statement and match the meaning and find the correct answers. Full detailed video will be there. First type of question we have, which paragraph contains the following information. So next type of question we have multiple choice questions. As you can see, 4 options are there. And next type of question we have yes, no, not given. Let's read a paragraph. Talking on the phone while driving isn't. So if you read like very slow and read it each and every word, then definitely you are not going to finish this reading on time. So you need to read it fast. Like I am talking on the phone while driving isn't the only situation where we are worse at multitasking. Try to read it fast as well as try to understand little bit meaning, not full-fledged meaning. New studies have identified bottleneck in our brains, and some means we are fundamentally incapable of true multitasking. Experimental findings reflect real-world performance. People who think are probably just underperforming in all or at best, but one of their parallel pursuits. Practice might improve their performance, but you will never be as good when focusing on one task at a time. Okay. Let's match what the information is saying. Are they talking about theory explained delay? No, there was nothing was about delay thing. Different age group. So people they were talking, but they were not talking about different age group, any children, any 15 years or 30 years or 40, 60 years. No. Conflicts happened when there was no confliction kind of thing, and there was no visual and audio element they were talking. An experiment designed to demonstrate the critical part of the brain. So experimental studies they were talking. Finding reflect real world who think are to demonstrate the critical part of the brain. These words were not there in the paragraph. A viewpoint, person's viewpoint should be there. Optimistic side. So nothing, they were not, only they are saying practice might improve your performance, but it doesn't mean that we will just think that it is an optimistic side of multitask performance. So something should be written in the paragraph, then we can match it. Now coming to B paragraph, that is let's read it. B paragraph, I will show it to you like that. The problem, according to the person's name is there. A psychologist at this unnecessary university is that there is a sticking point in the brain. Okay, to demonstrate this. So brain something kind of thing. An experiment. No. Experiment designed to. So we need to find critical part of the brain. Okay. So nothing is like that. They learn to listen to different. Okay, so I was just here. You also read it with me. Devise and experiment is there to locate it. To demonstrate, volunteers watch a screen and a particular image appears. Image is also there. A red circle, they have to press a key with their index. Different colored circles require passes from different typical responses. Then they learn to listen to by making a specific. For instance, when they hear a bird chirp, they no problem. A normal person can do it in about half a second with almost no effort. So experiment, they are doing it. Experiment designed to demonstrate the critical part of the brain for multitasking. Okay, to locate brain is also there and experiment is also there. Definitely I will be going it with B. Okay. So yeah, B we have done. Now let's move on to C paragraph. Now you can read the C paragraph. We will find another option, another information. The trouble comes. The trouble means, yes, conflicts. Conflicts happened when visual, but we need to find these two words also. When Morris shows the volunteers an image is also visual, then almost immediately plays a sound is also there. Now they are flummoxed. If you show an image and play at the same time simultaneously, it means this conflicts problem, trouble is also there. These two things are also there, simultaneously same time is also there. So I will be going it C with that. Okay, now coming to D paragraph. So this way you have to find the answers. No need to read too many details. There are at least 3 points, okay, where we seem to get stuck, says Morris. Okay, so this is again what is this? This is again we can say personal viewpoint, but still about positive. Personal viewpoint favors the optimistic side of, okay, the first in simply identifying what we are looking for. This can a few tenths of a second during able to see, recognize the second item. This limitation is known as attention blink. Okay, experiments have shown that if we are watching attention blink, I am just doing it, if you are watching out a particular event, second one shows unexpectedly anytime with this crucial window of concentration. It may register in your visual cortex. It will enable to act. Interestingly, if you don't expect the first event, you have no trouble to respond to the second. What exactly causes the attentional blink is still a matter of debate. Okay, theory explained, delay happens. No, nothing is there. Different age group is also not there. These two we have done. A viewpoint of optimistic side of, no, something different experiment they are talking. No optimistic side. Okay, E paragraph. A second limitation, okay, is our short term visual memory. It is estimated that we can keep track of our fever if they are complex. This capacity shortage is thought to explain our astonishing inability to detect even huge changes in scenes, change blindness. Okay, some show people pairs of near identical photos, say aircraft engines, okay, in one picture have disappeared in the other. They will fail to spot the hair. Again, though there is disagreement about what the essential limiting factor really is. Does this come down to dearth of storage capacity? How much attention a viewer is paying? I don't think so. Nothing is matching here. Delay happens is not there. A viewpoint optimistic. Age group is also not there. Let's move on to F paragraph. So what F is saying, you can see this. A third limitation is that choosing a response to a stimulus breaking you. See a child in the road, for instance, or replying when your mother tells over the phone she is thinking of leaving your dad, also takes brain power. Selecting a response to one of these will delay. Yeah, delay word is there by some tenth of second your ability to respond to the other. This is called response selection bottleneck. Choosing a response to a stimulus breaking when a theory explained delay happens when selecting one reaction. Okay, delay is there. Things will by some selecting a response to one of these things. So one is also there. So I will be going it with F1. Okay, no need to think so much. Whatever you think after reading it, after finding the words, definitely that would be the answer. If you think too much, then answer will be wrong. Now, but David Mayer, okay, a psychologist, this is unimportant information, doesn't buy the bottleneck idea. He thinks dual task inference is just evidence of a strategy by prioritize multiple activities. Mayer is known as something and optimistic by his peers. He was written papers with titles like virtually perfect time sharing in dual task, multitasking. What we can go for title, virtually perfect time sharing in dual performance. He has written paper. Yeah, he has written papers also. A psychologist doesn't buy him. He thinks this is personal point of view. His experiments, enough practice, people can, he suggests there is a central cognitive processor that coordinates all the, so Delay we have done. Different age group is also not there. Viewpoint favors the optimistic side of multitask performance. This we can go with G. You can see this. He thinks, especially he has written, he thinks this is just evidence of a strategy by the brain to prioritize multi-activities. Optimistic. Like we can just, I'm not saying that the same meaning is this, but you can read it. Optimistic word is also there. Yeah, that's why it is the answer. Now let's move on to the next paragraph. So what's more he thinks that we have done. Now let's move to H. Morris agrees that practice, okay, Morris again, sometimes erase interference effects. He has found that with just 1 hour of practice each day for 2 weeks, volunteers show a huge improvement of maintaining his task at once. He disagrees with Mayer is in what the brain, so these are two persons, Mayer and Morris. What the brain is doing to achieve this, Morris speculates, okay, that practice might give us chance to find less congested circuits to execute a task, rather like finding trusty back streets to avoid heavy traffic on main roads effectively, making our response to the task subconscious. After all, there are plenty of examples of subconscious multitasking that most of us routinely manage, walking and talking, eating and all. So I don't think so. We have left only this age group we are looking for. Nothing is there about age group. Okay, now it probably comes as no surprise that generally speaking we get worse at multitasking as we age. So without thinking I will go for is slow, so I can read that we peak in our 20s, 30s, 50s, after 55. So definitely this will match with age group. So definitely, so this I will come. Okay, now coming to this multiple choice question. So write your answers. As you know, multiple choice question. How we are going to do it? No need to read these options first. Try to understand what is the demand of the question statement. So this is my keyword to find the location. And what is he saying? Which one is correct about the experiment conducted by Rennie Morris? Experiment we need to find, and this person's name. That was in B paragraph. This person name was in B paragraph. You can see this. So what they are saying about his experiment. So experiment is here. Morris devised an experiment to locate. Volunteers watch a screen and a particular image appears, a red circle. They have to press a key, their index. Different colored circles require passes from different fingers. Typical response is about half a second, okay, and volunteers quickly reach their peak performance. Then they learn to listen to different recordings and respond by making a specific sound. Okay, so please read it and I will shift it to the options. I will read the options. Now what the option saying? Let's read it. Percentage participants performed poorly on the listening task solely. Poorly on the, that was not given. Volunteers press a different key on different colors. So this was different colors. Press a different key on different colors. We will just check it again. Participants need to use different fingers on different colored objects. So these things were given. Okay, we will check. They did a better job on mixed image and sound information. Image was also there. This, so I need to find it again. So where is B? Yeah, this is the B paragraph. Yeah. So watch a screen and image appears a red. So this is same appear. They have to press a key, okay, with their index finger. Finger is also there. Different color circles require presses from different fingers. That is given. Yes, I will just show it to you. That is given properly. Its sentence is matching. Need to use different fingers on different color objects. So I will go with that. Okay, so I will show you the location again. You can see this. Different color articles. So here first they were saying image and sound information. Watch a screen, image and sound. Okay, particular image appears. So there is no sound here. When they have to press a key with their index finger. Different colored circles require presses from different fingers. Perfectly matching this statement. Okay, that's why C is there. Different fingers on different color object. Now next, which statement is correct about first limitations of Mori's experiment? So Mori's experiment, first limitation. So we know where they are talking about. So first limitation, so 3 limitations were there in the paragraph. I will just show it to you. So here they were talking about at least 3 points. The first, so this is limitation, second limitation, this is third limitation. So they are asking us first limitation is correct about the first limitation. Okay, so what we can see it here. So here they have started talking about points which we seem to get stuck, means limitation. The first is in simply identify what we are looking for. This can take a few tenths of a second, during what time we are not able to see, recognize a second item. This limitation is known as attention blink. Okay, so attention blink. Experiments have shown that if you are watching out for a particular event, second one shows unexpectedly at any time when this is crucial. It may register in your, this is still a matter for debate. Okay, so first limit, what is correct? Okay, additional attentional blink takes about 10 seconds. Okay, so we have to match and we have to eliminate the option. This was given, but we will just match it. Try to match whether it is matching properly or not. Lag occurs if we concentrate on one object while the second. This was also given. So they are saying experiments have shown that if you are watching out for particular event and second one shows up unexpectedly anytime within this crucial window of concentration. If you don't expect first event, you have no trouble to respond to the second. Still a matter of debate. Okay, we always have trouble in reaching the second one. So that is not, he's not, first limitation can be avoided by certain measures. No, this is not given. Can be avoided by certain measures is not given. So this can't come. Additional blink takes about 10 seconds. So additional blinks 10 seconds, few tenths of a second. This can take a few tenths of a second, during which time we are not able to see. This limitation is known as additional blink. We are watching out a particular second one shows expecting, no, this clearly it is not going, takes about 10 seconds. No, lag appears if we concentrate on one object while the second one appears. A lag, so limitation experiment have shown that if we are watching out for particular event, the second one shows unexpectedly anytime within this first event, you have no trouble. Okay, so that we can go for lag appears if we concentrate on one object. This we can go. Second one, yeah, yes. Now 35th number, 35th, let's read it. Which one is not correct about the Mayer experiments and statement? Mayer's experiment. Okay, which one is not correct? Mayer, now in D, Morris is there. Mayer, where Mayer is in next paragraph. Yeah, Mayer is in here. So let's read it from here. So just I will fold the paper. So yes, this is the location for this Mayer's experiment. Not correct about Mayer's experiment. Okay, this person doesn't buy bottleneck idea. He thinks that dual interference is just evidence of a strategy used by brain to prioritize multiple activities. Mayer is known as something and optimistic by his peers. He has written papers, virtually perfect time sharing in dual task perform. Perfect time, okay. Uncorking the cognitive bottleneck. His experiment have shown with enough practice, at least 2000 tries, some people can execute 2 tasks simultaneously as completely if we were doing them after. Okay, so here let's read it what he is saying. Just after failure in several attempts, can people execute dual tasks? Just after failure. Okay, so here he is saying his experiment have shown that with enough practice, at least 2000 try, and here he is saying just after failure in several attempts, can people execute dual tasks? This is also which one is not correct? We have to find not correct. Practice can overcome dual task interference. So this was given, so this will not come. So this is not the, because we are finding for not whatever he has not said. Mayer holds a different opinion on Morris theory. Mayer holds not correct. So this don't know where it is. An existing processor decide whether to delay another task. This was also not explaining, but this I don't know. So we can because he has not said, he has said lot of practice can overcome dual task performance. So this will not come because we are finding for not correct. Several attempts can people execute dual task, but here he is saying if some people and cannot surety. That's why this is not correct about this person. Okay, and this I don't know where it is because we have left 3-4 more paragraphs. Maybe there we can find this location. Yes, next question is yes, no, not given. The longer gap, of course, it's like true, false, not given, but we need to read it twice or thrice in order to understand the meaning and the keyword. The longer gap between two presenting tasks means shorter delay toward the second one. So we know where is delay word in that paragraph. Let's go to the delay. But yes, one more thing, where we can find the location of this. So delay word we have found. So delay we have found this word in F paragraph. So we can read it again, and let's read the longer gap between two presenting tasks means shorter delay toward the second one. Selecting a response to one of these will delay by some tenths of a second your ability to respond to other. Response selection bottleneck. Breaking, you can understand from these lines also. Breaking when you see a child in the road, for instance, or replying when your mother tells you over the phone that she is thinking of leaving your dad, also takes brain power. Selecting a response to one of these things will delay by some tenth of a second or your ability to respond to the other. Let's read the statement. Yes, exactly. The longer gap between two presenting tasks means shorter delay towards the second one. Yes, they are saying the same thing. So 37th, incapable of human memory cause people to sometimes miss the difference when presenting two similar images. So two similar images images we need to find it. Delay was here. So let's read it. So yes, here they are talking about near identical photos. You can see this in this paragraph. This capacity shortage is thought to explain in part astonishing inability to detect even huge changes in scenes that are otherwise identical. So-called change blindness. Show people pairs of new identical photos. Aircraft engines in one picture have disappeared in the other. You will and they will fail to spot the difference. So though there is a disagreement, so let's read the question. Incapable of human memory cause people to sometimes miss the differences when presented two similar images. So this is also properly given. Now coming to 38. Morris has a different opinion on the claim that training removes the bottleneck effect. So what Morris has a different opinion. We need to find on the claim. Morris, training removes. So let's read the here also. Morris word is also here in next paragraphs. Morris agrees that the practice can sometimes erase interference effects. He has found with just agrees. So here he is saying has a different opinion. So here they are saying training removes the bottleneck effect. Agrees that practice means indirectly they are talking about training, can sometimes erase interference effects. He has found that with just 1 hour of practice each day for 2 weeks, volunteers show a huge improvement at managing both his tasks at once. But here has different opinion on the claim that training removes the bottleneck. So it means this is no, opposite information is there. Next one is Art Kramer proved that there is a correlation between multitasking performance and genders. Art Kramer. This person name is here in the next paragraph. According to Art Kramer at the university, what the question is saying, proved there is a correlation between multitasking performance and genders. Okay, he had proved how aging affect our cognitive abilities. We peak though decline is slow through. So we peak in 20s, though the decline is slow through 30s and on into 50s. It is there. After 55, it becomes more precipitous. In one study, he and his colleagues had both young and participants do a simulated driving task while carrying on conversation. He found that while young drivers tended to miss background changes, older drivers failed to notice things were so trouble paying. So nothing, they have not given anything. There is a correlation between multitasking performance and genders. No, nothing, they had not explained anything like. Here also we can read it. Kramer also found that older people can benefit from the practice. Not only they learn to perform better, but brain scans also showed. So correlation is not given. Clearly it is not given, we can say. So definitely I will go with not given. 40 number. The author doesn't believe that the effect of practice could bring any variation. Okay, the author doesn't believe that effect of practice could bring any. He doesn't believe. We have, yeah, somewhere else. We have this impression complex. We have yet humbling for most people probably never need. So we haven't. Perhaps we will in future, though we might, especially as facts. So we have this impression. No. So somewhere, yes, in another paragraph, this Morris was telling the author doesn't believe that the effect of practice could bring any variation. Now, which author they are talking about? This now Kramer also found that people can benefit. Yeah. So it means in earlier question they were talking about this. So it means they may be talking about the, because we can find the location variation over there. Kramer also found that older people can benefit from the practice. Not only they learn to perform better, but brain scans also showed underlying improvement was a change in the way. Okay, so here the author doesn't believe, but he was believing it. That's why it is no answer.